Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're all what you getting in. Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
And people, we are here, and I had to go live. Breaking news, the biggest news in wrestling history.
Yeah!
What? But he retires, people. That's right. If you have not seen it, it is the biggest news since Tom Brady retired and unretired. That is Vincent Kennedy McMahon with this tweet here at 77. It's time for me to retire. Thank you, WWE Universe. Then, now, forever together. People, comment below. Let me know right here on Unpopular Reviews, Perfect Plex Talk Radios around the blocks with Mike Knoxxx. It's a sad day, and I cannot wait for Monday to be with my tag team partner, the almighty Dice Man. We will take our lady lumps from Drink Champs, and we will have a montage. We will have a draft. We will have whatever makes us feel good to drink to Vincent Kennedy McMahon. This is the biggest news. Also breaking news, though. Word out of SmackDown is that Brock Lesner, who was scheduled to appear tonight, I'm supposed to appear tonight on on Unpopular Reviews SmackDown review. I agreed to join tonight's show because, damn it, I was going to get Brock Lesnar on the show. Now, what shall we talk about? People, this is a crazy day in professional sports of wrestling, that is. And I'd like to hear from you. Comment below. Let me know. And people are already asking the question, Mike Knoxxx, yo, Mike, yo, Triple X, yo, best damn show on radio, 14 years, almost 3,000 episodes running. What in the blue hell is going on around here? And my answer is, I have no idea. Shout out to Wrestling Hit Factor Radio for always holding me down and supporting me as well. Shout out to Wrestling Wars. Shout out to the Wrestling Marks of Excellence. Shout out to 1340 AM Fox Sports Radio, Hopewell, Virginia, who put me on the map along. Well, God put me on the map, but y'all get it. Now that I'm out of my phone, I can pay you attention, excuse me, because it's hot. It is hot in the world of professional wrestling. And shout out to my man, Wow from the urban sports scene said, Mike, when you're going live, you got to talk about this. It cannot wait till Monday. And so, damn it, here I am. And as the comments come in hot and heavy, what's going on, Hassel? What's going on? The tail, Vince McMahon been walking himself with the That is funny. Wally, wow, I see you, homie. Listen, I'm here because of you. You mentioned it. I was coming. Pause. I was on my way. And then you said that he just did that like 1 hour. Yeah, he did. It came out of nowhere. On the bright side, happy birthday to Shawn Michaels, the greatest of all time. And people be acting like he ain't the greatest of hard time. So until this isn't get
Have
old,
the insights to do it.
how do you retire on that man's birthday, Vincent Kennedy McMahon? I mean, what's going on, George? Yes, wait, Vince McMahon has retired. Gutted. Fans never gave Vince enough respect. And Steven, that's the goddamn problem. I got in trouble about 12 years ago because when maybe 10 years ago, when Heyman came back, the wrestling world was like, oh, Heyman's back. I'm like, yo, thank Vince. right? Without Vince, there's no AEW. There's no Impact. There's no Ring of Honor. You guys can say, oh, he sexually harassed that young woman. So did Kobe. May he rest in peace. So did Ben Roethlisberger. May he rest in peace. They didn't go to jail. But Michael Vick went to jail for fighting dogs. He didn't touch that girl. They had an affair. So get your facts straight. It was an affair. He's grown. She's grown. Maybe because, and truth be told, she was an executive. So technically, she sexually harassed Vince McMahon. But hey, I digress from that statement. But I will keep it into the wrestling world. He does not get enough respect. There's no WrestleMania. Don't sit here and tell me that WrestleMania is not the end all to be all in professional wrestling, because I'm there every year. Every wrestling promotion in the country circles where they are. And why is that? For all you wrestling fans to tell me, it don't matter about the money. It doesn't matter about the money. It's always about the money, damn it. It's a business. It's a business. Then you have this clown. Yeah, I said it. This clown, okay, named Mr. Tony Khan.
I want you to fire me, you fucking mark!
Who's now, oh, I'm the longest tenured CEO in the pro wrestling. No, you're not. Stephanie McMahon has been a co-CEO for the last 3 years. So even your damn tweet is clownish. Just like majority of your clownish fan base that doesn't understand. You're in trouble, AEW. If all pans out, right? And then shout out to my brother, my cousin's best friend, who's a friend of mine, my man Tony. You know, he went and said, hey, new ideas coming, Knoxxx. You know what I'm saying? New, fresh ideas coming, Knoxxx. I kind of backpedal a little bit, if you will, so to speak, because I think they've been doing things different. Austin Street, it's still that Roman and shit and Brock shit that does get old. I'll give you that. That does get old, Roman and Brock. But I thought they've been doing a lot of things differently. And wrestling fans still give them credit for it. Okay? So if what's all to be true, it's wrestling fan, right? We're fantasy booking here, right? That's all we can do. We get fantasy book. If Triple H is back in charge the way he was in NXT, and Stephanie is now running it with the other Khan, every wrestling promotion's in trouble. They're in trouble. Gargano's coming back. They're in trouble. What's going on? My man Phil Vince is gone. It's official to start the new age of wrestling. It's I never thought it would come. I never thought it would come. Dude, be loud and wrong. I don't know. Loud and wrong. Was that supposed to be loud, James? Okay, because I'm not the greatest speller, but load and wrong? I don't know what that means. What am I wrong about? Please tell me what I'm wrong about. Because I guarantee you, matter of fact, I'm sorry. I apologize, James. I guarantee you I'm not wrong about shit I'm saying. You don't have to like my take. That's fine. You don't like it. Listen anyway. But I'm not wrong. So get your facts straight before you tell me I'm wrong. At least tell me what I'm wrong about, right? Because if I said something wrong, I will correct myself. But what am I wrong about here? Am I wrong about Vince running wrestling? Am I wrong about it was a mutual affair? Right? I know you guys don't. You're like, who's this guy? I don't know Mike Knoxxx. I say the same thing I tell everybody. Google me. Right? But don't take my word for it. Take one of you wrestling marks, you all love people, right? That's in the business. Didn't Jericho say the same thing? He did nothing illegal. Okay. But again, this is either here or there about what he did, because most people just get mad because y'all can't get laid. Don't get mad at Vince because he can get, excuse me, my kids are around, earmuffs, because Vince can get some pussy. Because Vince can get some head. Don't get mad at Vince because you can't get laid. That ain't Vince's fault. Check yourself in the mirror. Maybe you should slim down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should be funny. Maybe you should be charismatic. I don't know. Do something to make a woman find you attractive. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, James. Comment below. Let me know. What does it say? Check out the second report. What does it say, Wally? I'm live on air. So feed it to me, inbox me. I'll fix it. Okay, we'll fix it. All right. What we got here? Sasha Banks and Naomi coming back. I don't know. I personally don't think Naomi was ever not going anywhere. Sasha, as being you both talked about, George, I don't think she needs wrestling. I think she's kind of, I won't say she's bigger than wrestling, but she's made a name for herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can actually go do some of the things. She wrestles, that's awesome. That's great. No matter where she goes, she's going to be a top girl, right? She goes to AEW, she's the biggest star in that company, in my opinion, if Sasha Banks goes to AEW. Okay, but she comes back here, either way, tomato, that girl's going to be fine in the long run. My man Robert chimes in, what part does Shane play in all this? I don't know. From the reports that I've always known, right? And then Shane's put out there himself because, you know, people are like, who the fuck you talking to? I don't do dirt sheets. Hashtag death to dirt sheets. Okay. Hearing his own words mouth, he didn't want this. He's never wanted this for Shane. Okay. Dennis chimes in, salute to the boss of bosses and welcome to Triple H. Triple H. You hate Triple H, Dennis. It's okay, yo. That's okay. I'm always gonna love Triple H. Triple douche. That's funny. By the way, yeah, you're right, Mike Knoxxx. AEW is going to be in trouble. Maybe you thought I was wrong about that part, James Branch. Maybe you thought I was wrong about that part. Okay. Dude, be loud and wrong. Oh, loud and wrong. Oh, I'm loud. I like being loud. You know why I'm loud? Because everybody else is too quiet. CM Punk already told you I'm the voice for the voiceless. You guys have no voice. Nobody cares to hear. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to wash the young masses of your brainwashed brains and your non-sexual activity people's minds to understand what wrestling business is about. It's a business. Okay. I saw a message today in one of my Facebook groups that had Devon Eriks, and it said, when wrestling was real and not a soap opera. Wrestling's always been a soap opera. I don't know where you get that from. Okay. What does it say right here? Correction. Loud and right. Thank you, Dennis. Speak on it, boy. That's from Dennis. You know what? You got this, my man. Sasha won't be bigger than the black woman in AEW, the one with the body. I think she's the champ. I forget her name. Jade Cardell. And Robert, she's bigger than Jade Cardell. I love Jade Cardell to death, but she's really green, right? And you know us. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Right now, we go for all the black people. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. All right, we go for them. I love my sisters. Shout out to my queen. Okay, Jade Cardell. I love her tweet. She had all the like, yo, I'm rich. I'm how much millions I got. I'm still gonna eat oodles and noodles. Okay, but she would never be bigger than Sasha. I can't say never. That's unfair. She's not bigger than Sasha Banks. It ain't even close. It's not even close. Do you love Mike Knoxxx? Actually, Mike Knoxxx loved me. So shout out my man, my D, where that name came from. 3 X's because I'm hardcore. They only wish they could be that hardcore. Kobe chimes is Elvis Martinez. Hopefully his push is over. This dude has sexual predator allegations against him. Who we talking about here? Is that what I said about? Is that what I heard about? Say somebody said Theory. So Theory has done some sexual. Oh my God, damn! What did Theory do? What's going on? What's going on, Matt? Did you see Tony Khan's tweet? Do you think it was disrespectful? I said that's Tony Khan. That's Tony Khan. That's him, right? He's supposed to do that. That's his job. His job is to come out here and promote his company. Right? I call him a clown because it's just fun to say it, right? It's just fun. I mean, this man's making money. He's made an avenue, Tony Khan, for other wrestling fans who wanted an alternative. And that's all fair. It's beautiful to have an alternative. Okay. For me, I'm the wrestling fan who I don't care what promotion you are, I'm gonna like wrestling. So I don't hitch my wagon to just WWE or AEW or Ring of Honor or Lucha Underground when it was around. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I was a fan of Glow. Okay. So I don't believe in that. I believe in pro wrestling. I believe in my love of pro wrestling. I don't care what company you are. However, the facts are the facts. The facts is that no company comes close to this company. Period. Point blank. It's not, fans can tell me how they feel about fan reaction. The bottom line is the dollar bill, y'all. Money. Yeah. Shout out to my friend in peace, Shad Gaspar. Vince McMahon. Vince is AEW in the 90s. Vince can spend time with his grandchildren. Vince can get himself out of trouble. What we're hearing. Tony Khan doesn't not want to go to war with Stephanie McMahon. I'm with you on that. Okay. If Triple H will get the power that we think he will get, that's the question, and nobody knows. Right. And we know that the PG-14 rating came out a week or two ago. Right. So they're supposed to be going back to that. That's typically their forte and what they're going to do. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and see what he's had to say there. The first was an affair. That's true. The rest were unwanted advances and directed retaliations. Not criminal, yes, but definitely misconduct. Again, that's the truth, James. Okay. My problem with this, though, this is my only issue. Right. I'm 47 here. I'll be 47 next week or 2 weeks from now. Okay. My problem is that wrestling fans, and just fans in general, I won't even pick on wrestling. I'm just going to pick on fans overall. I think we are too quick to judge and call people pieces of shit, right? For something that, is he a piece of shit? If these accusations are, I can't say it, accusations are true. Yes, piece of shit. I tried to defend R. Kelly until it was too late. I couldn't defend the man who did all that, right? So fuck you, R. Kelly. You fucked up all my R&B for the rest of my life. Okay? Just took a whole soundtrack away from me. That's music that I hear that's sexually for little kids. What this company does has nothing to do with Vince McMahon and the product. So I can't hate the company for the douchebag behind the company. That'd be my only gripe with wrestling fans. You want to hate Vince McMahon? Cool. But I've heard people say, I'm not watching wrestling no more. I'm like football fans, I'm not going to watch football no more because the Michael Vick, the Ben Roethlisberger, what's the new guy? Deshaun Watson. I get all that. That's your moral right. But my thing is, what people do in their bedroom, I don't have a problem with. I never had a problem with Hulk Hogan's comments. Not one. Not a single one. I have 2 daughters. Okay. If my daughters were marrying somebody who I thought was not good enough for her, I would have a gripe with that too. The problem I had with Hogan was the fact that he came on national television on Good Morning America with Robin Roberts and said in the 50s, where I'm from in Tampa, it was okay to say the N-word because I fit it in. That's a lie. My mother's born in the 50s. There's nothing to this day. You can't say the N-word and think it's cool around black folks when you're a white guy. Just that's the facts of the matter. Right. So what someone does in their private time, I don't personally have that affect me in watching a product. And I think when wrestling fans take personal things and make it a product issue is where I have the problem at. What else we got here? My man chiming back in, George. This is a shocker. Vince McMahon retired from WWE. I wonder what prompted his retirement. Of course, well, you know what's going to happen. We already know what people are going to say prompted. They're going to say it was prompted because of the sexual accusations against the man. Okay, true, false, indifferent. I don't care. For what it's worth, it's still a sad day and a good day. Because even a wrestling fan like myself, who some would say I stick up for this company, I stick up for what's right and right. I don't care about what a person does in their product. That's just me. It's a product. I judge it off the product. I've learned a long time ago that WWE's product's not for me anymore. But I got little kids that watch the product, who to me are the greatest wrestling fans in the world, because wrestling's about good versus evil, cowboys and Indians, for what it's worth. All right. Only today do somebody cheer the Joker, because in the 90s, 70s, 80s, early 2000s, you may have admired the Joker, but there's very few Joker fans. Nobody's cheering for Thanos. He's the bad guy. He's a mad titan. Okay. Yes, you find it appealing, but you're not cheering for him. Right. So that's wrestling storyline. That's the basis of professional wrestling. Hashtag wrestling is storyline. So I love that my children watch it. They cheer for the faces. They boo the heels. That's what wrestling is. Now, so we got into the 90s. Shout out to Bret the Hitman Hart, who helped usher in the Attitude Era, who gets no respect for it. Stone Cold Steve Austin, especially, who became the ultimate tweener. What he did was heelish. But because he went against his boss, it was perceived to be a face. But he's a tweener. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's an in-between guy. You know what I mean? And that was my issue with wrestling fans. Repeatedly, what's this we got here? A lot of comments coming in. Vince wouldn't have retired if he didn't have the allegations against him he paid millions for. We don't know that. That's what the speculation is going to be. That's what it's going to be right there. Not, Vince hasn't had a day off in 60 years. He calls talent and at 4 a.m., etc. I find it hard to believe that he'll retire. He'll do something. I'm with you. I find it as well. And I said his name too, Vince, to Vaughn. But yeah, I forgot to put the Hogan on there part. Tony Khan says, what did he put? Tony Khan stays talking when he shouldn't. Yeah, it's his company. What's he do? Ric Flair called Teddy Long the N-word. He did. And he gets no flack the way that Hogan does. And you're 100% right. Ric Flair did it, right? Even for what it's worth, when Vince McMahon said it, storyline or not, it wasn't cool, right? The whole storyline with Triple H and Booker T wasn't cool. Carry my bag. That's what you people do. But again, here's my thing when it comes to wrestling, outside of the N-word. Mexicools on Juan Deers. Choppy me PP talking like this. I don't know what you want from me. Making fun of Irish people, making fun of fat people, making fun of mentally challenged people, special needs people. They threw Zach Gowen down a flight of stairs from Brock Lesnar. He had one leg. I mean, wrestling's disrespectful to everybody. And most importantly, wrestling fans are fickle. My man, Mr. Mr. Lopez chiming in. I feel that WWE fans should slow down because, what do you say? Fans should slow down because we don't know what's going to happen next. This could be the start of an investigation in the family and their secrets by the investors. Just saying. Slow down how? What should wrestling fans slow down from? Just curious on that part. What are we slowing down from? The product's going to go on. The show's going to go on. How does this indict the family because of what he did? Right? There's been no accusations brought against Stephanie, brought against Shane, brought against Linda, right? Besides her crazy tweets where she says one thing about the things and then it's something else behind the closed doors, right? So that's the stuff that wrestling fans who have a hate for a company because they didn't steer the product towards their liking say there, Mr. Lopez. Like, what investigation? I've never heard anything about an investigation against the family. Where are we going to slow down from? The show must go on, right? And so even if Vince is stepping down because Vince did something wrong, how does that all of a sudden, indict Stephanie or Shane or Linda? I don't follow that part. I've been a WWE fan since the 90s Attitude Era. I've been a fan since the golden 70s. Okay. When does WWE go from here? Why they rehire shot? Well, they've never been fired. They've never been fired. So they can't rehire them. They haven't been fired. They've just been put on suspension. Right. And they're not making any money from their merchandise. So they pull their merchandise from the shelves, but they under contract, they're still getting paid. People cheer for Killmonger. People did. You know why we cheer for Killmonger? Because we live in a different society today. And truth be told, Killmonger was fighting for the people. He didn't like the oppression. It's the same thing. You look at Civil Wars when you use that reference there, Robert. You got who cheered for Cap and who cheered for Tony. Right. Personally, I don't think neither one was wrong, but I went with the character that I most related to, which was Cap. But Tony had every right to want to fuck up Captain America. He killed my mom. I don't care what he did. Right. So, and that whole thing about should they or should they not do that? Vince might run for, no, he won't. His buddy's going to rerun against Trump. That's for sure. I'm curious how this will make WWE bring more competition to AEW and the like. Regardless of it, does it or not, I'm still a fan and curious to see what happens next. And that's the bottom line. I'm here for the smoke. Captain chimes in. It won't be an investigation. LOL. Dramatics. That's what I think. There it is. So did Brock really walk out of the TD Garden? I don't know. That's what all signs reports are showing. Not just the dirt sheets, but the ones who like, Brian Alvarez and those guys that are in the know. Okay. That has come out and said it was sent to me. Unfortunately, that's a gift and a curse. And I love everybody's comments. And I thank you guys for timing in and all the other kinds, the good, the bad, it doesn't matter. We're all wrestling fans to me. Let's all just get along, even though we don't agree with things, right? Although I think some opinions be stupid as fuck. Okay. But I get inbox. So when this happened, I didn't have to check my Twitter. My phone was just going crazy with what was going on. Still going off. I got 17 messages right here right now. Hold on. Here it is. He fired a female wrestler when he decided to end a sexual harassment in 2000. He paid her off nicely. There are reports that there are a lot more to come out. That's why he's gone. Hey, if that's the reason, and thank you, Wally, wow, for that, then of course, that's the douchebag mentality that Caden has spoke about, that I believe the guy James was talking about. I believe Mr. Lopez is also speaking on that same thing. If these things come to pass, I'm not sticking up for a rapist. Okay. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying until this report came out, Wally, right? The early things where people were like hating on him because what was being said, right? And what I think is always unfair in America. First of all, America's fucked up in the first place, right? But you can sign an NDA and then someone else can just come snoop that out and then the NDA doesn't mean anything, right? So America, you want to blame, you blame him for having the loopholes to do things the way that he did. But if he, it has, certain relationship with an employee, like, let's just say thrown out there, if he did have relations with Trish Stratus, which a lot of us believe that he did, right? Here's my take on all of this. And excuse me if I seem insensitive, right? Because I don't mean to do that. All right. I do not mean to be insensitive. I do not mean to, and the thoughts and opinions that said by Mike Knoxxx on the Mike Knoxxx and Mike Knoxxx only, not people who are associated with unpopular reasons.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
And I'm saying that to say this. That was the way back in the day. As wrong as it was. And I'm not here to say it was right. It was terrible. It was horrible. Hey, you want a job? You know what you gotta do, right? That's bad. That's horrible. That's just despicable and slime ballish, right? So when those facts come out, then we speak. I'm not a fan of speculation and in your window, right? Because we look at I don't know how many of you guys ever watched the TV show The Chi or remember Straight Outta Compton, the guy who played Eazy-E. He lost his job because a coworker said he was sexually harassing her. And this world we live in, the cancel culture we live in, is quick to judge and not have facts. Come to find out, the facts of the matter is he didn't do none of that stuff. And now this man is not on TV no more. He hasn't had jobs since it or anything. So I always just say that's just where I live. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm not saying I know more than you, that I'm right. I just look for I want the truth first when it's all said and done. That's what I live on. That's what I strive to participate in. That's what I dive in with. Follow question. Is Brock also going from me now that I don't know? That'd be really crazy if he walked out because of that. That really would be really crazy. James chimes back in. I still believe he's going to come out of and announce his retirement to Raw. I mean, why wouldn't he? You are right about that. After the change, thank you, Vince. He's going to pull a Jordan Belfort. That's funny, yo. He pulled a Jordan Belfort because I ain't going no fucking where. That would be funny. I love that comment. I'm going to pin that comment because I can see Vince doing the Jordan Belfort. All right, George Times said, this would be a huge deal for Stephanie taking over the company. See, the thing is this. It's got to be Triple H, right? The fans want him. Even the people, fans like that, it's called him a douchebag. It is arguably fan accepted how great he pushed NXT, how far NXT went with his support and people like that. And I always still even said then Vince was still back there either saying yes or no, right? So give credit where credit is due. What else we got here? And I'm gonna get out of here soon. I only came up for just to break. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. I had to get this out there to you guys. Who does WWE go? Where does WWE go from here with Sasha Banks and Naomi return? I don't know. I think they need to return. I just don't know, right? And if it's true about Brock, the same thing I said about I love Bret Hart. I have on my arm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be tattooed on me. But Bret screwed Bret. People have to understand something about when it comes to business. Here go Bret, Shawn, Stone Cold, Brock Lesnar before, Goldberg before. Any wrestler who doesn't do the job of the companies that's best for the show, you get what you get, right? So if Brock walks out of TD Garden in Boston tonight, if this is true and he doesn't show back up tonight, this ain't some MJF shit, then he should be embarrassed on national television the same way this company embarrassed Sasha and Naomi. Because them fans, especially those who didn't have the late tickets, that's why I didn't go to SmackDown last Friday in Orlando, because there was no Brock, there was no Tribal Chief. So those fans paid to see Brock. If he walked out of that company, I better see the same response. And guess what? We know we're not going to get it. You know why? Because there were two women, and there were two black women at that. And they will never, ever embarrass their Aryan Brotherhood, Brock Lesnar, for that. I'm just being honest. Brock Lesnar will not get that chance, but he should. Brock should definitely get the same treatment that they gave those two sisters. My girl, Captain, saying, just like Vince stepping down and he was replaced from the betterment of the company, the same would be if the other family members had to step. And I agree with that. Okay. Cap stood by Bucky's side too. He did stay by Bucky's side, but that's a best friend thing. I got that part because he's like, that's not my friend, but that's not Bucky. Yeah, Bucky. Never forget that moment, guys. True story. In the movie theater, watching Infinity War, and everybody going, Wakanda for everybody. In the story, and this little guy goes, yeah, Bucky. Everybody says, shut up. Right. But true story, loved it. Will we see Do-Rag? We better not see Do-Rag Vince again. I swear to God. Already had this question. And I'm going to get ready to get out of here, answer a few more questions. My man DJ Times in. Triple H is head of talent relations from what I read. That's what I heard too. That's right. So that's why you heard me say DJ. That's my partner. Make sure you guys check out the Z is Silent podcast. Make sure you go to Z is Silent Gaming. Make sure you follow this brother. All right. But I read the same thing. That means Gargano. I mean, that all the talent that was acquired from NXT that did not get utilized on the main roster, that did bounce to AEW. What happens now? Are they mad? Right. But I still look at guys like I love, like Adam Cole, baby. And he's just a small guy. You know what I'm saying? So Dennis chimes back in. Triple H in charge of talent relations is going to be great. Just wait till he did NXT on the grand stage. Stop calling that man a douche, man. Cap chimes back in. There are just certain wrestlers who are willing to do business and others who are like to go into business for themselves. And that's always my point as well, Shay. When you go into business for yourself, who you do right? Right? You hear guys like Mick Foley. You hear, Undertaker. You hear guys say the roar of the crowd, right? Go back to, you don't see an innocent wrestling fan's opinion about something and how they feel. Xavier Woods, when Batista came back and his music hit, that's true jubilation, right? That's wrestling, guys. I care about the product. And for as bad as the product has been, it hasn't been that bad. I was at WrestleMania both nights. Amazing. You got me cheering for people I never cheered for before. It was amazing. I got somebody calling me from Greece. That's a robocall. I don't know. Nobody in Greece. Okay. What else we got here? Brett's cool. Brett just slap. Thank you. Brett this cool. Brett though. Willie chimes in. He won't. Wiley chimes in. Nia Jax said there were bodies in the closets before there was anything else. Well, I think these people will know this stuff. Guys getting some shout out right there. Not the Triple H slander. Listen, I'm a Triple H mark. All right. Wait a minute. Who's running creative now? Stephanie or Nick? Both. I don't know. That hasn't been put out yet. Who's actually in creative? I'm gonna assume it's Triple H since he's over talent. I think creative still might be Michael Hayes, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, which he should go too. Right? If Michael Hayes should go too. I feel like it's the early 2010s. Was worse than this. So that was it. I agree. I had to think back for a second. My mind kind of cloudy. I agree. I think it was worse than. I don't think wrestling's been a bad place right now. I get the redundance of what wrestling fans get mad about Roman and Brock. It is annoying. It is annoying, right? But when you get a big ass stadium that can't nobody sell out. And you say these two names, they come to pack it in. My man DC the Collector, what's going on? That's my new number. I have are you lying? I'm about to say what you're talking about. You got a Greece number. Okay, I'm gonna say, don't call me from Greece. All right. Only Greece I accept is John Travolta, okay, and Olivia Newton-John. You're the one that I love. That's right. This name with Mike Knoxxx with just watches Greece. If you don't watch Greece, you're a bum. Grease is a great musical. What else we got here? I'm gonna get up out of here. The post McMahon is going to the post Vince McMahon is going to be something. Will Stephanie push the women's division more? I don't see what else you do the women's division besides give other women a chance. You know what I'm saying? I think the women's division has been doing fine. It just needs Bailey back. It needs Sasha back. It needs Naomi back. It needs Charlotte back. It just, I like where Lacey Evans is right now. It's just an overall right now. Wrestling's in an awesome and amazing spot. My man chimes in. Brett had creative control in his contract. He did nothing wrong. They violated the contract. No, that's a misnomer. Go watch the video. Go watch it all. Creative control Vince McMahon gave to no one back then. Okay? No one back then had creative control of their contract. And if it would have been anybody, it'd have been someone like Double H and Hulk Hogan. Brett didn't have creative control of his character. I've never heard that take. So if I'm wrong, I will, I stand on that. But I'm gonna stand on Colbert, me being right with this. And so no, you may be the Vince fan. I mean the Bret Hart fan. I told you I love Bret. Okay, but again, the show must go on. People have to understand something. Even if he did have creative control, what the hell was Vince supposed to do? Let you show up on WCW where the big boys play with rap is crap with my title? That's all I'm saying. What was he supposed to do? So if you're right, say, because I don't know everything. I know shit. Tell me. You learn something new every day, right? So that's true. And I'm learning this today for the first time, my guy. Right? Then what's he supposed to do? I'm going to always stand by that. I love Bret Hart, but Bret wasn't the first person to go against the grain and didn't want to do the finger poke of dooms, disrespectful, but no one ever talks about that. That was a travesty in the wrestling business, but no, not today. What we got right here? Vince and John grabbed him by the pussy. Well, they president told him to do it. Okay. Hogan was the only one who had creative control. I thought that too, but again, I don't know. Okay. It's always rise, rinse, and repeat. What we got here? Did the Mark Henry retirement speech have you fooled? No, it didn't. But it was still cool to see. All right. And my last comment for them going about it here, and thank y'all. When you start to think what we went over the betterment of the entire company, it was right. You're wrong. Hold on. All right, talk to me about that one later, Shay, because I'm confused. Like the Monday Night Raw shirt doing the picture on what that means and what we're talking about. Vince McMahon has stepped down is a long time coming. It has been. It has been, Jeffrey. It is a long time coming, but it's still a sad day in the wrestling business. It's still a sad day in the wrestling business. All right, let's put me tonight. Perfect. I keep saying Perfect Plex, right? SmackDown review tonight. Is it good? Is it bad? Come back and join us on here on Unpop Review. And then Monday, check us out on Perfect Plex Talk Radio. I'll be joined with Dice. We're going to have a Drink Champs rendition of Perfect Plex as we celebrate the rapist, the sexual predator, the racist, the leader of professional wrestling, and Vince McMahon. And no, I got a comment right here. Hold on, what you say? I meant Brett is wrong, not you. Okay. If I was wrong, I just didn't know what you were saying I was wrong about. Vince always said the show must go on. I've been following Vince since his announcing dates, and he took over WWF from his dad in 1982. I was there with you. Should Chris Brown be changed? I saw your thing, yo. You said no, he should be. I don't think I've never gone to WrestleCon. And you remember with this, Robert, when we had the wrestler come up to Christiana Mall, I refuse to pay for an autograph. I just think paying for autographs is embarrassing. That's just me, right? I grew up in an era with baseball players, basketball players. You went to the games early for shoot around or batting practice. You got autographs for free. I have never paid for an autograph. I'm not knocking people who do. I have a bunch of friends that do. I will never ever pay for an autograph. Let me be on that show. You need to talk to executive consultant. And you know me, Willie. Let your asses at home on a secure connection, and you got a headset. Don't come talk to me. But with that being said, guys, I'm got to hear Vince McMahon retires. The biggest news in wrestling. I'll see y'all tonight on SmackDown Review and Monday for Perfect Plex Talk Radio. Thank you, God, for tuning in. Peace.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Money Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready?
I want you to fire me, you fucking Mark!